fantastically amazing science video on bonding. The Bohr diagram is a model of the atom used to teach students about how electrons are organized in energy levels. It includes a nucleus in the middle and circles drawn around the nucleus, like such.
Oh yeah.
Steps. Write the atomic number and mass number. In the middle, right about there. Step 2. Find the period the element is in. Sodium, so you figure that out. Step 3. Draw a circle in the center of the page. Circle. Step 4. Write the element's name and its atomic number and mass number in the center. Oh, it turned, okay. Like such. Step 5. Draw circles representing the number of energy levels. The energy levels for number 1, you can put 2 electrons in it. For the second one, you can put 8. The third one, you can put 18. The fourth, you can put 32. Fifth, you can put 50. And the sixth, you can put 72. Okay. Good. We will also learn about valence electrons. Valence electrons are the electrons in the last energy level of an atom. As you go across the row or the periodic table, the number of valence electrons also increase. They are important in determining how the atom chemically reacts to other atoms. Atoms with a completely closed shell of valence electrons tend to be chemically inert. Atoms with 1 or 2 valence electrons with a closed shell are highly reactive because the extra electrons are easily removed to form positive ions.
Valence electrons have a pattern on the periodic table. As they move across a row or down a column, you will notice that the electrons continue to increase. Covalent bonds are when two nonmetals share an electron. They are shared when electrons travel between the nuclei. In order to get a covalent bond, you need to have 2 nonmetals. For example, chlorine gas. This is a covalent bond because both elements are nonmetals. In order to get an ionic bond, you need to have a metal and a nonmetal. For example, a sodium and chloride makes sodium chloride. And since one is a nonmetal and one is a metal, that makes them an ionic bond.
Alright, the Lewis structure. The Lewis structures are diagrams that show the bonding between atoms of a molecule and the low pairs of electrons that may exist in the molecule. How to draw one. Each element can have a mass of 8 valence electrons, and they have to be arranged in pairs, and each pair has to have 1 electron in it before you can fill another electron. Alright, now I'm going to draw one, and we're going to use sulfur as our example. And sulfur has 6 valence electrons, so you can say that you have an imaginary box around it. And before you add pairs on, you have to have 1 electron in each side of the box before you add another electron. So if it has 6 valence electrons, then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can just number. And that is an example of the Lewis structure.
Metallic bonds gain stability as electrons are shared. Because of their tightly boundedness and their loose nature, it allows them to form a bunch of different characteristics, such as being shiny or being conductors of heat or electricity.
Octet and duet rules of bonding. The octet rule states that atoms combine together, they lose or share electrons in every atom except helium and hydrogen atoms follow the octet rule. The duet rule states that helium and hydrogen atoms experience chemical bonding with other atoms. If an atom doesn't have enough electrons, it can share electrons from another atom. but if the electron is metal, it loses electrons. So any atom that is not a metal, it can take electrons from metals.
Bonds. When bonds are breaking, energy is absorbed from around it, making it break. The stronger the bond, the more energy that will be needed to break the bond. Energy absorbed varies because of the strength of the bond that is being broken. When formed, energy is absorbed and heat energy is released. Depending on the strength of the bond is the amount of heat energy being released. The stronger the bond, the more energy released. Kanton and ion. Kanton is a positively charged group of atoms, while anion is a negatively charged group of atoms. So, as you know, ionic bonds are between a nonmetal and a metal. So, cations is a metal that have lost electrons and has a positive charge, while an anion has a nonmetal and has gained electrons and a negative charge. So, anions are the nonmetal, while cation is the positive, is the metal, and they join together, making an ionic bond.